Hi, I'm James with Karis, and I'm here with Steve Piggott, the lead game designer of Chivalry Medieval Combat, which has been, I'm going to say, it's beyond sleeper at this point. I think it's a smash hit on Steam. I think it's done really well. And you guys are at PAX. How does it feel to be at PAX?
It's awesome. We've actually been here 2 times before, but this year we were able to go a lot bigger with it because it's our first one since release. And it's so exciting this year. I mean, we did a lot better than we ever expected to do, and it's just really exciting. This for us is a celebration, and it's just a way to meet up with the fans. It's awesome.
Cool. Let's start at the bare bones. What is Chivalry to someone who's never played it?
Chivalry, the way we try to explain it is that's a first-person slasher, and what I mean by that is you basically take your typical multiplayer shooter mechanics and then throw them in the medieval era and let people have at it with basically medieval weapons.
For sure. And it's not just a click fest. It's one of the first instances of a directional slasher, which I think got very popular in maybe Skyward Sword was like the first really big iteration of it. But tell us about how that affects the game, because it just totally changes the gameplay. It turns it into a very simple game to one that's really easy to pick up and fun to swing around, but very difficult to master.
Right. That's based on our system called real-time strikes that basically allows you to control your sword with your mouse. You actually control your swing while you're swinging it. And the reason for us we wanted to do that because we wanted people to be able to be master swordsmen and actually could perform swings that landed faster than other people. And you can't do that with canned animations. If your attack is always the same, you have no control over it. You can't get as much depth. So for Chivalry, it was really important for us to be able to make it really precise and actually give the player control while he's swinging his sword.
Awesome. All right, before we jump into what you're showcasing today, why don't we talk about the most recent patch, well, one of the most recent patches, which added the duel system, which actually, I don't want to take credit because I'm definitely not a founding member, but I like to think I'm a founding member of the duel servers. It was a blast. You basically go in, you would, taunt a guy, he would taunt you, you'd accept a duel, and then you'd fight 1v1 in a very, very satisfying combat that I don't think, beyond fighting games, nothing really comes close to that. So how did that inspire you to create the duel, game type?
Yeah, that's something that, like you said, we saw from our community first. Our community was in there and running dual mode servers before we even started about doing dual mode. And like you said, our Chivalry kind of falls within a gray area with the genres. It almost is a fighting game, but it's also multiplayer. You get multiple people, but it plays great one-on-one too. Some people just wanted to play it essentially as a fighting game, so that's really where it came from. It came from the community and wanting to expand Chivalry, make it appeal to more people.
Cool. And what are we showing off today?
Today we're just having the live build. That's the live build of Steam right now. We're just trying to show Chivalry to new people and kind of celebrate our success and talk to new fans and just kind of expose it. And really the main message that we're saying today is that we see Chivalry as a foundation and we want to build on it. We got a ton of new content coming to Chivalry that we're really excited about.
I'm super excited to hear that because I love that new content keeps games alive, and this is a game that I want to be alive forever. So tell me about, this wasn't always a standalone game. It was originally a source mod. Tell me how old you were when you created that and what inspired you to make it?
Age of Chivalry it was a Half-Life 2 source mod, is what you're talking about, and I did not create that. I was involved in it at some point and ended up taking over and then started this, but that's been around forever, and I first got involved in the Age of Chivalry team when I was about 15, so very young, and I really just got involved as a fan on the forums, showed up, and then they were like, I kept posting ideas and got pulled in the testing team, came into the marketing team, and then went up from there and kept going up. So it's really exciting.
That's a lot of gamers' dreams come true. You were living proof that can happen, which is great. So where does it go from here? You were talking about this is a really solid foundation, and I completely agree with you. The gameplay is 100% there, a lot more than other AAA games. So where do we go from here with Torn Banner and with Chivalry?
Yeah, I think Chivalry is the start of what we want to do as a company as Torn Banner, but on top of that, we're also at the start of what we want to do with Chivalry. We think Chivalry itself has a huge foundation that we can expand, as well as new games in the future. But with Chivalry, I think the thing we're focusing on most right now is bug fixing, polishing the game out. That's the thing people have been talking about the most. They really enjoy the game, but there's some quirks that frustrate them over time, so we're trying to smooth it out, make it a lot of fun all the time, less frustrating to play, more enjoyable all the time. And then after that, we can add new content, like new customization is one of the biggest things, new game modes and things like that.
Awesome. And finally, where can people find Chivalry and how much does it cost?
You can get Chivalry right now for $24.99 on Steam.
Buy it with your friends. It's a blast. I've enjoyed playing it for months now. And Steve, it's a pleasure to meet you. And thank you very much for the interview. This has been James with Curse, and this video is brought to you by Alienware.